Yeah. Hey, Kent,
What do you
this would
think?
appear to be a smoking gun in ordinary circumstances and maybe in a civil or criminal court outside
Yeah.
of Washington merry-go-round. But, I've been listening to Fox News this morning, and apparently they're already putting forth what the White House defense is going to be. And it would be attacking the credibility of Parnas.
Right.
They say that he literally owned a company called Fraud Incorporated.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
that doesn't sound good for him. And also, they're making the point, and again, I think this is going to reflect what the White House is going to, the stand the White House is going to take.
Hmm.
And they're talking about, in terms of his credibility, uh, that just because Parnas says that Giuliani said it doesn't mean that Giuliani actually said it. Now,
Hmm.
there's
Hmm.
documents there too where it points out in black and white that they want Zelensky to make an announcement that Biden will be investigated. But again, the authenticity of that document, and even if it is authentic, is that really what Giuliani and the White House was instructing to happen? So again, there's all kinds of dodges and outs for the White House and what would appear to be, at face value, a smoking gun.
Well, let me ask you this. I mean, do you think his testimony and the documents that came out have moved the needle enough for the public anyway, to insist on at least having witnesses and somewhat of a fair trial?
Well,
What do
there
you think?
again, that's going to be muddled in the Senate among the Republicans because they're already claiming that
Hmm.
since these witnesses weren't brought forth in the impeachment phase in the House, that it is unfair and unwarranted and probably not permissible, according to their interpretation of the rules, to bring it forth during the actual Senate trial. So if they can't bring those witnesses forth, then that's another roadblock that the White House can set up.
But what about the fact that the reason the witnesses didn't show up at the House hearings was because they were being blocked by by Trump?
Right. I mean, that's also could be a valid argument under ordinary circumstances, but this is going to go back and forth, and it's going to be charge and countercharge. So whether it's going to be so shocking to the public, I don't know, because again, the overall tone of this is that this is a political move by the Democrats to remove a Republican president who, they're after because Hillary didn't win, because he bested Hillary. So, whether the public is going to react and say, oh my God, this is really the smoking gun, I don't think so. I mean, when I saw the news breaking last night with
Right.
Rachel Maddow on MSNBC, it seemed to be like, wow, this is really something. And Dan Rather is tweeting that this is his idea of a big scoop. But again, they've been so successful in making this a he said, she said, and retaliation for Trump winning. And again, they're going to be harping on bringing if they're going to have witnesses, and we're going to bring in Hunter Biden, and this is going to show how the Democrats had no interest in investigating then Vice President Biden when his son was on this board making tons of money when Biden was conducting Ukrainian U.S. Policy for Ukraine. So, again, it's going to have this whole stench of just a political payback situation. Whether it's valid or not, this is the way it's going to be presented to the public, and I think it's going to be presented with some good effect
Right. Right.
for the Republicans and for Trump.
Right. All right, sir. Well, thank you, and we'll have a good weekend. We'll talk on Tuesday.
Okay, Ken.
Okay.
Talk to
Bye
you then.
bye.
Bye.